Good morning. Welcome to day 20 of Cup of Water. And today we are in the book of Proverbs, the 20th book of the Bible, as we work our way through the entire 66 books of the canon of Scripture. And today we're going to look at Proverbs 19, verse 17. And it says this: "He who is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward him for what he has done." He who is kind to the poor. And, you know, as I read that verse, it reminds me of Pastor Maria. Pastor Maria was a woman I met about 3 years ago down in Managua, Nicaragua, and she was serving at the La Chirica dump. And she had planted 3 churches there. When she felt God calling her there, she went to her pastor, and her pastor said, "Maria, don't go. They'll kill you there." But she went. And she was 4 foot nothing. I mean, this woman, she's in her mid-50s. She felt the call to the poor, and she obeyed and she went. And so she's telling us her story. And we're weeping as we're hearing this woman's story, this testimony of faith. And when she got done, she said, "Hey, look behind you." And there were maybe 10, 12 garbage sacks that were just full. And she said, the people of this dump, the people in my church, and there were maybe 3,000 people that called La Chirica home. They lived there. Not just temporarily. These were second and third generation people. She said, they heard about a village north of there that was really poor. And so they gathered supplies, they gathered things, and they were taking it up to the small village that night to give to them. And I was floored. I'm thinking, these people live in a dump. This is the poorest of the poor. And yet, the love of Christ compelled them to give to the poor. And I think, that's what Proverbs 19:17 is about. He who is kind to the poor. How often in your day do you just drive right by the poor? How often do you avoid certain neighborhoods in your town because you just don't want to go through there? It's those people. Those are the people that Christ died for. And this isn't just something about, hey, throw $10 their way. This is about loving your neighbor, to be kind to the poor. Who are the poor that are around you? Who are the poor that are in your community? How can you serve them? How can you serve them? Just as Jesus washed the feet of the disciples, whose feet are you supposed to be washing today? Today my challenge for you, I'm constantly moved by Pastor Maria. Today, ask the Lord this: God, open my eyes. Let me see. Let me see. I know in La Chirica I saw, maybe for the first time. Today, I hope you see. Yeah, that's your cup of water today. That's the book of Proverbs, to be kind to the poor. God bless you today.